auctions would also determine the valuations. There will be a certain levy which the Supreme Court has decided which will have to be paid by them, by all. And a transparent process would decide the allocation of these mines. This process would be completed in the next 3 to 4 months. The proceeds of all these auctions would go to the state governments entirely, where the mines are located. Most of these mines are located in the eastern part of India. Therefore, states like Jharkhand, Orissa, West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, to small extent Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh, predominantly the eastern states and Chhattisgarh would be the biggest beneficiaries of revenue. Central government doesn't keep this revenue. Therefore, there would be a financial empowerment of the eastern states. Once these plants start working, literally lakhs of laborers would get employment. Bank capital which is held up with companies which were the allottees of these mines could also be now fruitfully utilized. Since the emphasis of the government is on the manufacturing sector, an expeditious disposal of this process would give a huge impetus to the manufacturing sector. This would not in any way impact the structure of Coal India. Coal India would continue to function as it is, and all the mining requirements of Coal India, present and future, will be adequately protected. There will be also an enabling provision for the future, where under rules which are framed, commercial user of mines in future could also be decided by the central government. This would lead to an optimum utilization of the national resource. Coal worth almost $20 billion annually was being imported. There would now be an import substitution by domestic exploitation of coal. And therefore, the entire mess which the UPA had left behind from 2005 onwards, over the next 4 months, would be cleaned up. This would also help the brick kiln industry, SSI units, mini steel plants, where these would be utilized, and therefore there would be a huge utilization of the natural resource. While doing so, all environmental considerations would be borne in mind. The larger interest of Coal India would be fully protected. Even when commercial user of the mines for larger national interest takes place. The mineral below the land belongs to the state, but the land belongs to a private party. So if a mine is allotted to a particular person obviously the land has to be transferred by him. So there will be a compulsory transfer of the land from the current owner or lessee to the person to whom it is allotted, and the person who originally owned the land will be paid a compensation to be determined by an authority created under the Act.
Sir, I'm Dipali from CNBC Awaaz. So can we say it is a denationalization of coal mining?
No, you cannot say that, because the original Nationalization Act remains. Coal India's interests will fully be protected. Coal India will continue to deal with the mines that it has and future mines which are allotted to it. There is only an enabling provision as the situation exists today, because after all, for these three sectors also, there is an enabling provision.
Could you hint at some kind of a timeline for the enabling provision?
There is no timeline.
Absolutely no timeline.
It will be as and when required.
Yes, sir. Tvesh Mishra from Bloomberg TV. Sir, on what basis does government intend to decide that this particular coal mine will be allotted to NTPC and this particular coal mine will be allotted to private players? Is there going to be a competitive bidding for everybody?
No, the government entities and PSUs will be allotted the mine based on the end-use plant which they have and their requirement as determined for the next whatever number of years the government is.
बीमारी से जुड़ने वाला बहुत फोकस एक्टिविटी करके बीमारी को ट्रीट करता है, लेकिन वो डॉक्टर जो बीमार से जुड़ता है वो उसके भीतर बीमारी से लड़ने की एक बहुत बड़ी ताकत पैदा कर देता है।